we go. That worked out just perfect.
Oh.
Some days in musky fishing almost seem too good to be true. It feels like the fish are buzzing. It feels fishy. The air feels fishy. It just feels like things are going to happen. And we started this day by moving fish right off the get-go. And they're coming on a bunch of different baits. John has his own bait company called Braz Baits. I'll put a link in the description below, and you guys will be seeing a bunch of his baits in the future. I don't have them in the shop here. Here's one or two from last year, and it's a modified dive and rise style jerk bait. We've had success on that, and this is basically just like a pull bait, just like a Twitch pull bait. And he's got a bunch of new ones, and we're moving fish on all of them. I will do a standalone video in the future on these. More towards the front, Kim. There's going to be a shelf that comes out off of those big boulders out there. So I definitely want to kind of cover all of the water here, including kind of in front of the boat.
Yeah, if I take the chin weight off of this too, it'll also sidewalk a bit when you twitch it.
Put my bait right down. It must have been a big walleye. Because he just
took a look at it.
He looked at it, and then once it got close, no.
Oh, nice.
I pulled it away on him when I was fucking.
Nice, hon. I saw that.
I saw that one too. And you know what? There's this tree right here.
Right on it,
See,
dude.
look at that, Joan. That's a tree right there in the water right in front of us, 25 feet out, and that's where that fish come from.
Fuck,
He was right on it, eh?
He had his nose right at the fucking surface when I pulled it out. I fucked up
Because I was talking.
Turned my head and was like, oh.
Yeah, because I was messing with a walleye down here. Yeah, the weeds are just thick out there at 65 feet.
There's one. This thing was going to connect eventually. Oh, he's off.
No. Damn it. Oh, musky.
Right in frame. Better for you?
A little less fatiguing. Oh yeah! Oh! Nice tiger too.
He looked like he had some good size to it.
That was low 40s. He come hard on it.
I should have let him take it a little harder than that.
He
But when I
almost pulled it out of his mouth.
I felt him and just went right away because they've been light biting. That guy smashed it though.
Yeah, it's always helpful.
Got one there?
Oh, you bugger.
Oh, I see the swirl there now, yeah.
We were moving fish, but we just couldn't seal the deal, and I I was thinking not the slump again, not going down that road, but it felt too fishy on this day to not really connect. And I had to make some calls on the water of where to go and where to be at specific times. We had to kind of chase a storm across the lake. We didn't actually get any rain, but it got very hot and humid. And as the day wore on, you'll see that Kim was getting very fatigued. And I made really a judgment call on where I wanted to be at the end of the day. And you're going to see that in the breakdown at the end, how I kind of describe what it is that we did. But guys, when you have those days that the fish are buzzing and things are moving and you're just not sealing the deal, sometimes, again, it's that little tiny detail that can make the difference. It's knowing where to go at the right time. This is a lake I know pretty well. We have some key spots that we can kind of rely on. And it really came down to kind of making that judgment call on, do I want to fish shallow rocky shoreline or do I want to go back in weeds? Let's check out kind of how the rest of the day went for us here, and we'll wrap it up with a really unique breakdown for you guys.
Where are they? Sleeping? Wake them up. Don't that loud, man. There! She was... Rod to the side, lower.
Get your rod tip down. Get your rod tip in the water.
Yeah.
Keep them away from the trolling.
Just follow his instructions, babe.
Well, all I'm thinking is like, fuck, my arm's fucking sore.
I can't see where he is.
Here, I'm just gonna get out of the way for you guys.
He's right
There he is, there he is.
Oh!
No.
Oh, gentle, babe. That's a nice one.
To get him up. Press the.
Up.
You gotta reel up a bit.
Oh!
Good job, guys.
Okay, you guys turn off the trolling motor where it says con. Hey guys, been fishing with John and Kim all day. Kim was ready to give up, eh? Weren't ya? We put on the Big L that we prototyped a couple of years ago. In fact, it's got 425-22 on it. I told Kim, I'm like, this thing's got big fish mojo. And I could tell her mood, it's the end of a long day. But it's a nice tiger. I'll get the bump board. So we'll wet the bump board. I'll throw it on the bump board, Kim, and then I'll hand it to you, okay? And you can hold it with your right hand. So I'm gonna set it down here, and then I'll show you where to slide your hand, and you just put your fingers underneath me. I'll put it out on the board. She's happy.
Oh.
You got yourself a 39.5-inch tiger. So put your fingers right underneath mine, right tight. And when you get your, hold tight there. Now pick it up and hold it right here with your other hand. No, right in here, Kim.
Here?
Yep. Okay, stand up. I got slime on your shoulder.
It's all good.
All right, so we're gonna release this one. 39.5, that's your first tiger?
Yes.
Okay, let's release it. Like that. Yeah, now grab his tail with your left hand as you can, if you can. Grab it right like that.
Yep.
Now let go of his face. And I'll just push his face out towards the camera. Oh, he's gone. That's okay.
Oh, well,
okay.
thank you.
There we go. Alright, that worked out just perfect.
Oh, what we got a fish.
Well, that's the more unique one.
Well, I wasn't even paying attention. In the end, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get one.
I knew you were getting down and worn out.
How'd that feel, Kim?
Awesome.
Yeah? Well, guys, it has been one hell of a grind today. We've seen probably, what do you think, John? 15 at least?
At least.
You had
if
that
not
tiger
more.
completely blow up on you. We've had 2 others on and off briefly, and Kim's raised some, and I know we're at the tail end of a tough day. We're gonna keep casting here because we got a little bit of time, and I think we're in a window. So I think it is worthwhile fishing this spot out. But if that's the only one we get for the day, nothing wrong with that. Good job, Kim. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Welcome back to another Little Takes Breakdown, guys. And gonna do something a little different here because this is something that we talk about a lot, but I don't actually show you guys. And before we get there, I just want to shout out Dean Ment-Chess. He's been one of the OG supporters of the channel from early on. I seen his name in the comments, and he's been with us right from the beginning, right till now. He's somebody that I talk to outside of YouTube. We share a love of music and playing music, playing guitar, playing bass. So, Dean, thank you so much for being a super valued part of our community. Guys, I appreciate everything that you guys do. And to get into the fish that Kim got here, she was really fatigued by the end of the day. It was hot, it was muggy, the conditions looked really fishy. We moved a ton of fish, and we had lost some, we had some opportunities. And I knew that going into the day, I had to try and play with the moon phase. And because we had moonrise at, I think it was 6:30 a.m. I can't be on the water with guests at that early. And so I was trying to time my day. If it was Dave or I going, I might have went from like noon to 8 to try and get that moon overhead and then try and get that almost sunset period. But because it didn't work out that way, we picked on like 9 to 5. And I knew I wanted to hit that moon overhead period. We're about 3% past the new moon, so we still have that new moon kind of effect, which we really like. So we started in this spot where you see Kim catch the fish, and it's a big sandy beach, and it's pretty common in Shield Lakes. Where you find sand, a lot of times you find weeds, and I got mosquitoes flying around the cave here. But we had went through that early in the morning, and we had raised 3 fish, all purebred muskies, so I knew there was fish using that. And then as the day went on, we started to just find them on shallow structure, adjacent to shoreline, pretty shallow. And as we kind of got wore out through the day, was trying to pick and choose where I wanted to be for this major. And we had picked a couple weed spots, and you actually see that one fish that blows up on John. I'm kind of in the way of the camera because of it being so hot. I had camera issues with the GoPros overheating. So we were kind of jumping between cameras. So unfortunately, you didn't see that one, but it was actually a nice tiger that run out after his bait. Just barely missed it. I had another one go around in the 8 right there. We missed some opportunities as we were getting into like that 3:30 period. And then about 4 o'clock, we made a move to what would ultimately be the last spot. And around 4:30, which kind of is right in the middle of that moon overhead period, is when Kim got hit. And you can see in the video, she was fatigued. She was wore out. Her hands were sore. She had cast hard all day. Full props to her. And I give her the Big L topwater from TR Customs because I know that one has caught for us. And I said, just cast this one. It's really easy to cast, easy to retrieve. And by going on the moon right there, guys, planning my day around that period, turns out it gave me our best shot, and it could have easily been 3 fish inside a half hour if, you know, in musky fishing, a few things go your way. But it was super cool to get one right at the end of the day by using the Solunar calendar and picking and choosing around it.
It's all good.
All right,
Last year
so
I
we're gonna
fished
release
with
this
John
one.
and Kim, and we didn't actually put one in the boat. I got a big pike, I think, last year, and we had some chances, and Kim had some chances. And this year we went to a different lake, and I told her that you might have a chance at a tiger in here, and lo and behold, she gets just an absolutely beautiful tiger. Yeah, it's not super long, but it's nice and heavy. It's thick. It's a gorgeous tiger. It's the kind of fish that people come up to Sunset Country for. And by making the call on the time of day and the location, obviously, and then knowing what kind of lure to put on somebody who's getting tired at the end of the day, pulling a double 10 or a double 9 bucktail at the end of a 8-hour grind is not the way to get success. By choosing that Big Al top water, I knew that it was going to be easy for her and that she'd really have a shot. And check out the video right here where we were out with Dave's dad, and Dave's dad gets 2 on the Big Al, and we just had an awesome day fishing with Dave's dad in the boat with us. And until next time, 54 Bus is out of here. We'll catch you guys out on the water later.